All right. So, yesterday I ended up doing a video style that's, a bit new to the channel. I found it pretty fun. It was enjoyable to do. It wasn't that much more work than a regular video, so that's good. So I'll probably end up doing that more in the future. And depending on how much more in the future I do that will be probably a bit dependent on the reception of it, because as fun as it is to explain things via drawing, if explaining things via drawing isn't what people really want, it's not actually that much harder to explain it via talking. The last subject that I was talking about, though, when it was talking about the introversion extroversion cube, that was a little bit hard to explain uh, without without the visuals, but I'm sure I could have done it without the visuals. It just would have been a slightly different explanation. So that was fun. Because I was so sick last week, I didn't actually get to all the different things that I wanted to do, which is interesting. So I didn't make as much advancements on all the stuff that I wanted to do, X, Y, Z. But it's that's all good. It happens, and I always have next week. So this week is again more of the same. It's going to be a lot of animation work. I've almost gotten it where the foundation of what I've been working on is done, which means then it just goes on to the animation frames. So the majority of it is just going to be what it is. I'm planning on animating some flames and a fire pit in the middle of that, and some light and maybe a bit more shadow will be playing on the back end of some of those leaves and trees. But that'll be most of it. I still got to get some rocks and ground and whatnot and some further advancements. I would do these conversations while I'm drawing, but it just doesn't strike me. It's I don't know if people want to see that, right? To me, drawing is just drawing, and these videos are more of like to show progress. But if people want to see me drawing on the thing, it's not that entertaining. But I could always do that. So if people want to see that, and let me know, and I'll set something up where I, just set up the drawing pad on the Jake setup on the keyboard. Having done this for so long, it's really interesting to realize that keeping up a conversation by yourself and keeping up a conversation with somebody is entirely different things. And I hadn't really realized this too much, because even if I have someone on the other side of me who's just nodding along and humming and hawing with all the stuff, then it makes it way easier to guide the conversation. But when that's not happening, it's really interesting to see how it affects the ability to both keep a cohesive conversation and figure out where the next stepping points of said conversation are. But it's just an interesting thing that I found out. Um I wasn't really sure what to talk about today, so I wasn't going to do too much talking. Uh More of just a, hey, that last video was fun. If people liked it, let me know. And if people want to see me drawing and stuff while I'm talking, it'll be like a mixture of me humming along to stuff and chatting and whatnot and getting lost in thought and all the things. But because I'm probably not going to edit it, just because it's smidgen too much work than what I'm willing to put forth right now. Maybe in the future, but that's the general gist. So yeah,